Trendsetter with authentic culture. Our reach is far and wide. Email us, VanguardMediaLLC.com.
This show is sponsored in part by Compass for Conduct Disorder, a 501c3 nonprofit organization offering
Stand by 5
those
seconds.
living with conduct disorder. To make a donation or find out more about conduct disorder, visit www.compassforcd.org.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Mimi. You have tuned in to Black Coffee with the side of tea. Today is Saturday, November. What's it?
It's actually October.
October. I'm trying to be in November. I don't know why. If my mister is coming through, and I don't know. I ain't even got one, but I guess
He might be here.
I'm trying to do this November thing. I've been doing this for weeks. Anyway, it is October 10th. We are in the midst of early voting or right before early voting. So make sure you get it done. Y'all get it done. I'm going to be in y'all ear with it. So sisters, I'm sitting across the table for some beautiful sisters. Let's do our check-in. How y'all doing? Who y'all is?
Hello, I am Public Option Speed. I'm doing outstanding.
Outstanding.
I'm Lisa, the boss lady, and it is a beautiful Saturday, as am I.
Uh-oh.
And it's your girl Lisa Danae. I'm sitting in for Latriva Deneen. Our hearts and prayers and thoughts and all of that is with her. She is away from us today because of the death in her family. So we would ask that you all would send your good energy and love toward her today.
Yes, because it is not easy dealing with death in the family, right? So prayers going out to Latriva Deneen. That's short for Latriva D, for your safe return and your comfort as you mourn. First up, we got the tea of the day.
Hot tea of the day.
Yes.
Let's see what you got. What you got?
Well, first of all, we got to talk about it. It's on our minds, on the forefront of my forehead. And I want to know how y'all feel about why we as Black women we still have to reassert ourselves. Speaking of the vice president debate and Kamala having to look, I'm talking.
I'm speaking.
Kamala.
I'm speaking.
So the way you remember her name is think of comma, comma, and love.
Yes.
Kamala. And here's the thing. We all have to do that sometimes unless somebody knows we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Don't talk over me.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the way she was just like, I'm speaking.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm speaking. So that was cool.
Absolutely.
She didn't say shut up. She didn't call him a clown or anything like that. And I think that took a lot. She probably went home and had several drinks. I hope she did.
Yeah,
I hope she did.
She handled herself very gracefully, and I was very, very proud. What I see a lot when it's addressed is people saying, oh, she's not even Black. And then some other people saying, oh, it's the one drop rule. I want you guys to know that if you shake your family tree, there is a Negro nut in there. Yep. So claim them. Everybody is everybody. Okay. There's only one person.
Okay.
I know that's right. Okay, I mean, but at the same time, we know she's Black. I mean, I don't know if y'all saw her, the little step she was doing. The sister side came out. There's also some photos of her shaking some hot sauce on some greens.
Mm-hmm.
No, the face is the mom face, the Black mom face.
She gave him the mom face.
Look.
Yeah.
Yes, she did. So
I had to do some checking of some people on Facebook the other day on that stuff.
Exactly.
Because somebody tried to come for her, talking about, oh, she biracial. I'm like, is she not still Black? I'm sorry, what's the other half of that?
Yeah, and our first Black president was biracial too.
Yeah.
So it didn't have anything to do with the fact that he still was Black.
Right.
Absolutely.
Come on. Right.
Absolutely.
And so
we've had a lot of people come through. We don't even know that are biracial because they don't have as much melanin as we do, but they are still considered. And this is a rule that we didn't even set up. It was set up for us. If you have a drop.
Right.
Like my sister said, you got that nigga nut. So why are you tripping?
Negro.
Yeah. Negro nut. Ninja. Let's go for ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Right. I don't necessarily. I'm not a person that believes in. I don't believe in race as period, because I am so multiracial.
Mhm.
My family, we are very very in depth about our history.
Mhm,
You know, I have Negro, I have Indian, I have Mexican, I have English, I have French, and not just French from France, Creole as well.
Nice.
So to me, I feel like you don't know what's in there. If you didn't take the time to do those things that my family did, you don't know what's in you.
Right.
So nobody's pure anything. So
Mhm.
somebody's mixed with something everywhere.
Oh,
So-
absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I cling to my blackness, but of course, you're right. Like, part of my family is German, and I really don't like to claim that part.
Wow.
Because I be like, you Germans, y'all some special type
Kind
of people. I don't
yes.
like to claim that part. But I know that I'm black, but I there's got to be some Mexican in me, because I'm going to tell you something. I eat Mexican food every day of the week.
Oh man.
I'm telling
Yes.
you, I love me some
Yes.
Mexican
Yes.
food.
Yes.
I swear I gotta be part Mexican.
Yes.
I'm so serious. It just soothes
Something.
my soul. I
Wow.
can just really love. I love Mexican food.
So
Wow.
if you ever get mad at one of your boys and you get a chancleta, then you know that's what it is.
Oh,
Yes, indeed. So what's your favorite Mexican food?
Nachos. I can eat
Of
any
course.
type of nachos every day
All
of
day.
the week.
Yeah, that's mine.
Every
Is
day
it
of the
still
week.
considered as Mexican?
Where's Mexican American? You know, I know I'm thinking Mexican food. They probably be like nacho,
Right?
but hey, it's Americanized.
That's
I'm
it.
just saying.
That's it. Chalupa is
Authentic
mine.
Mexican food. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it's everything.
It's
So, but did you know that would be an awesome topic to even dive deeper into, is knowing your family history, because
Mhm.
for some families, especially in our community, don't nobody want to say nothing.
Right.
You know, because somebody sidestepped, somebody slept with a cousin, somebody slept with a, you know what I'm saying? And they don't want to say who is from where and all that. I think that'd be something interesting to bring up later on and to see, you know, for us.
Well, a
to-
lot of times people don't know either.
That's
You
true.
know, people don't know. I think if we all get an ancestry done, anybody's already had one at the table?
Yeah.
You've
I
already done
haven't
one?
had one, but like my family, they keep records that we pass down.
Nice.
So it's like we know, and I think my family's like cocky or something. I think they're just like super proud of everything that they have, so that's
I mean,
probably
why
why.
Why not?
But we never did anything like that. But I it's something I would do.
I think I would do it too. If we all do, we have to do a show on it to
Mhm.
recap where we're from. I also believe there's some Jamaican in me, because every time I go around Jamaican, people, they think I'm Jamaican. And because I love the Jamaican.
I mean, they're level, especially the ones that like to whine. Hey,
Yes.
show me how to move them lips. Them lips.
yes.
And when they start grilling that good old jerk chicken,
Yes,
ain't nothing you can't solve with a plate of jerk chicken.
I'm telling you. And the rice.
Yes, and peas.
I love the rice and peas. I remember the first time
Yes,
I
Well,
was
you
no,
must
that.
be Nigerian too, because
No. I can't do that. Now,
They're good looking.
I know they be fine. They be fine. Here's the problem. As soon as I hear that accent, I'll be like, no. I mean, and it's like they be drawn to me.
I picked on her.
Miriam, no.
Yes.
Miriam,
We
like,
been
I'm a Nigerian magnet.
Yep.
And they be fine.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna be able to do it
What about
because
the
it's
one
just
from
too.
Power? The light skinned one.
Well, you know, it don't matter the skin color because I like dark. So it don't matter. That part don't matter. The cultural differences is what I can't get past.
Yeah.
The cultural differences.
That's a task.
I ain't gonna be able to do the cultural differences.
Baby.
Because you know you have more than one wife and all this kind of stuff.
Oh
And,
yeah.
you know you think women should. Yeah, we're not gonna get into
Yes.
this. I'm just gonna say it don't work for me.
While we're speaking of over talking, yes,
Yes,
that's a really big one.
they're
And
big on that.
Oh yeah,
I
and
work
talking
with a lot
loud.
of foreign men,
Mhm.
and they buy cars a lot. They buy a lot of cars, and a lot of times, our management, we're an all lady office,
Oh wow.
and they'll be like, "I want to talk to your manager. Where is he?" And
Wow.
I'm like, "She." No, where's he? And they don't want to speak with her either. They want to speak with the person above her. That's a man. They don't. They don't want to speak with a woman.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Those cultural differences, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Yeah.
They do.
And you would, well, anyway, yeah,
They
we're not
treat you
gonna
like a little girl.
I'm not going to do that today. But yeah, I think I have a little bit of everything. I know Grandma used to talk about being Indian, having that in our blood. So I'm really interested to see how far down and who all we got.
I know I'm half black. My grandfather's Blackfoot Indian.
Oh.
My
Mine too.
grandmother is a Frenchman.
Mm-hmm.
and you put them two together, and then you have my mama, and then you have me.
Wow.
And I know, but I don't know nothing about my dad's side of the family.
Mhm.
So I'm curious.
Yeah, you might have to do an ancestry thing.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I'm just letting y'all know, if I do an ancestry test, whatever part of Africa that they say I belong to, I'm going to need my citizenship. I'm gonna need my citizenship.
Yeah, for sure. Just so you can have
Get back
dual.
in. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need
Well,
dual.
a lot of celebrities are doing that.
Oh yeah.
They are doing that. Ludacris did it. Some other celebrities too. I just remember Ludacris because he had a cute picture. But I remember there was. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I just remember that I saw his picture, but a lot of celebrities are doing that. They're getting their citizenship. And I know a lady that lives in Cyprus, and she was saying that her husband was English, and she was wanting to know what she could do to make her children dual citizens.
Oh, that's really smart.
Nice. Yeah.
That's really smart. And if you do not have your passport, I'm telling you guys, really apply for them now.
Yeah.
Apply. Because you do not want to be stuck here when, things go down. If they go down.
Yeah. So
You know.
in order for them to not go down, please go vote.
Yes, please.
Come on now.
Please
Well,
go
I mean,
vote.
you heard it being said that even if he does not win, he's not leaving peacefully. So
So and that
Oh,
was
he gonna leave.
He gonna have to leave.
Oh, he gonna leave.
Yeah.
But it's the way he leaves that scares me.
I mean, if you wouldn't even tell your white supremacists to stand, if you tell them to stand down and stand on air, then obviously you feel bold and untouchable.
He may feel bold and he may feel untouchable, but when it's time to go, you gonna go.
Yeah.
You gonna go because they ain't the only ones standing back and standing by.
Yeah.
It's some other folks standing by too. And when it's time for you to go, you better go.
Yeah,
you
you
better
have to
pack
go.
your bag and skedaddle.
Right.
That's a fact. We are not our ancestors.
I think that's one of
Come
the
on.
that's one of the things that he won't be able to put his foot down and
Okay.
not follow the rules because and speaking of following the rules with him being not quarantining, really, come on, y'all.
Bro, a photo op?
Well, here's the thing. Everything we've heard about coronavirus say, when you are tested positive, you have to be quarantined for 14 days.
Period.
Now, he was in hospital for what, 2-3 days?
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days before he did a photo op
Mhm.
That's not good.
to ride around the block.
Yeah,
I don't think he had it.
I don't think
He
I
does
don't
not.
either.
He does not. I don't
I don't
think he
either,
does.
and I really feel like my heart goes out to the people who have lost family members
Yes.
due to coronavirus.
I feel it's an insult.
Absolutely, it's beyond an insult. He's been insulting us since day one, but even more so to say that you have something that's killed how many people now? Over
Over
100 and
200,000.
right,
Over
and you
20,000
playing with
And
this?
he says, don't let it rule your life. I feel better than I did 20 years ago. And well, you still look like crap. So
So here's, and I hate the fact that he said, don't be afraid of it. Yeah, you don't have to be afraid of it because you don't have to worry about losing your job.
Yeah,
well,
You
because he
got
doesn't
health,
have it.
you got insurance.
that part.
Even if he did have it, you got insurance. You get the best medical care.
Mhm.
You don't got to worry about losing your job.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about your kid, getting sick and passing away.
Right.
All of them get the best medical care.
That's it.
So to tell us, don't be afraid of it, it's like a slap in the face.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's an insult. It's a huge insult to everyone who has died.
Yeah.
From it. It's a definite insult. And I thought that it was downplayed from the beginning. But when they said he was diagnosed, I began to think at that moment that he was not, and that he was gonna try to push some kind of vaccine or something on it.
Mhm,
And then they come out with this Regeneron that he's been using.
Mhm.
And it kind of was interesting to me because I'm trying not to lose friends over this, but I have people who are wanting to vote for him just because he supposedly abortion will be legal, right?
What?
And I'm like, first of all, how about I mind my vagina and you mind yours?
How about that?
That's all.
How about that?
You think he's like they're saying that he's going to repeal Roe versus Wade?
Yes.
He can't do that.
Yes.
The Supreme Court has to do that.
Well, right, but that's why people they're hanging on to that one thing. I know at least 10 people that are hanging on to that one thing as to why they want to vote for him because he is supposed to make abortion illegal. However, Regeneron is a drug that is made of aborted fetal tissue. So I just want to see what they have to say about that.
Well, see, my thing is this. I don't think no man should make any laws that has nothing to do with anything he could ever do. He could never have a baby.
Yeah.
Men could never get pregnant. They
That's
could never
it.
have a baby. So I don't think any man should be partaking in any type of legislation that has something to do with something they can't do.
Right.
You can't never experience pregnancy. You don't know what it's like. You can't never have a baby. So why could you be put in a position to make a decision on something that doesn't affect you personally?
Right.
I think that's just hypocritical, but that's America.
That's just like saying, oh, I'm going to outlaw all of your beauticians, but I'm bald-headed and don't have hair.
And
Right,
never had hair.
exactly.
Yeah.
And never will.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I've never understood that. And again, as I've stated before, it's very important that not be the only reason. I know you can't force people to, do the research and see what the whole platform is about. But that can't.
Well, to me, if you're doing it because of your Christian beliefs, then the Bible that I read, I may be incorrect, says that one sin is not greater than the next.
That's what they say.
So why is abortion the forefront when all of these people of color have died for no reason? Why is that the only thing that you're clinging onto for dear life when voting for this person who I saw some court cases, because I did, where him and Epstein were together doing the pedophile thing with girls and boys. And that's why he got suicided. So why is these things okay, but abortion is that's
I think people are hypocrites, and I think people say that's the reason, but that's not the reason. A lot of people want to hide behind their abortion stuff because they don't want to show that they're actually closet racists. I mean, just because it'd be the main ones who say my husband black or my grandkid black, or I got black best friends. What they got to do with you being a racist?
Yeah.
So if you say that, you are racist.
Yeah. Absolutely. If that's what you lead with.
Yeah.
I'm leaning like 100% that you are, 100% racist. Absolutely. Because like Lisa said, just because you got a best friend or, whatever, don't mean that you're not racist. Doesn't mean that it's not shown in the actions that you do or the things that you say.
Absolutely.
Like when someone says to me, oh, I don't see color. So you don't see me.
Right.
I don't understand that.
I don't like that either.
How can you not see how
I don't like when people say I don't see color. Because you need to see my color. My color is beautiful.
Yeah.
So don't try to downplay me just because you don't want to accept the fact that we all are different. Yes. But don't say I don't see color.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, because to me that's a cop out for so many things. Like you said, you don't want to see me, but you can't miss this. And just because you say you don't see color, we still not going nowhere.
Come on.
I think what they're trying to say is that I'm not moved to like or dislike anybody because of their color.
Right.
Yeah. And that's really what they should say, though, instead of saying I don't see color, because I understand that I don't like or dislike anybody because of their color. Now that's a good statement to say, but at the same time, a lot of us do like or dislike people because of their color. Yeah. Even black people do it. Yeah. We do it to each other.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, if you notice, if you see somebody and you black, if you see somebody black come. If you've ever been in a restaurant and the server is black, sometimes they look like, oh boy, some black people. It's almost like you just want to I don't know if y'all watch Lovecraft Country, but you want to just drink the potion. Y'all watch it. It's gonna go over your head. I was like, wait. Anybody watch it, it make you feel like you want to drink the potion because you just get tired of people judging you because of your color.
Oh, absolutely.
And then when somebody say I don't see color, you be like, okay.
Yeah.
I've had that a lot, because of the way that I talk and the way that I articulate and the way that I think and my mannerisms. When I'm speaking with someone on the phone and then they see me, and it's like that's been my entire life.
Yeah, I can relate to that because growing up, I used to be the same way, but I don't know what happened to me when I turned 30. It seemed like the real. Now I gotta turn it on and turn it off. But I feel what you're saying. But before we go any further, switch to another topic. Let's drop your trivia question.
Okay, Boss Lady has a trivia question, and I am going to give away a 3-day, 2-night getaway to anyone who gets this right.
Okay.
I like Elton John. What is my favorite song by Elton John?
So they gotta know you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
or they can guess. I mean, if you guess it correctly, then you're gonna get it.
I mean, can I help them out? Is it a current song or not current?
There's no such thing.
It won't be current.
It's not, and not with Elton John.
No, that's what I'm saying. Not current. But
honestly, I don't know what time it's from.
Okay.
Is it I'm Still Standing?
It's not that.
Can I please just answer the question? Because I could use that giveaway.
You can try it.
I might do this every week.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the trivia question. What is Lisa the Boss Lady's favorite song by Elton John?
Mhm.
Really, you gotta just throw some guesses out there. You
Yeah.
guys type it in the
It's
comments.
saying if you know me, if you know me,
If
and
you
you're in
know
the
me.
car with me, then
Dang it, I was so close today.
Is it Rocket Man?
it's not recommended.
Let me go
I
ahead
like
and
that
go
one
with
too, though, but that's not it.
Okay, you guys put your guesses in.
If
Yeah.
nobody guesses it by at the end of the show, I will say a verse.
All right.
Oh,
Okay. And
okay,
then
cool.
that'll give you a hint.
But don't hold out until then, because I want to see. I want to see what y'all got. How many people know the boss lady Lisa?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
So we got 5 more minutes on this segment of Hot Tea of the Day.
So I was thinking, since we got 5 more minutes, how about we talk about the attempted kidnapping of
Oh,
the
my
Michigan governor?
gosh.
It's crazy. I think it's the craziest thing because these people that were plotting to kidnap her had plots to overthrow a lot of other state governments as well.
Mhm.
And I mean, I don't want to say the name of their organization because I don't want to give them power,
Right.
but it is one of these groups, and you know what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And it's one of these groups that
Mhm.
he was talking about when he said stand back and stand by.
Mhm.
It's one of these type of groups.
Mhm, mhm.
I think it's scary.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of these groups that are starting to do more outward actions, more bolder actions, not to say that you know, this is the first time it's happened or been attempted. The tone was set by the type of language and body and things that our president does.
Absolutely, absolutely. I saw the response that night,
Mhm.
and I saw one of them that said, "Oh, basically, Trump just told us to go F it up." That's
Wow.
what he said. I was
Wow.
like, so yeah, I honestly, when he said that, I was like, I'm being a conspiracy theorist. That is not what I heard. I did not hear a signal to go do what you do. And then another person said, no, I heard that. It was clear.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I thought I was a conspiracy theorist.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not that naive, loathe conspiracy theorist, but that, I mean, I literally heard that. That is what I heard. And
Wow.
this person was on Twitter and said it.
Wow.
Well, I think it's scary. I think it's scary that it was 13 people involved. I mean, trying to kidnap
that
this
cell.
governor. And what I hate is that when he spoke out against him, when he tweeted about it, he was talking more about her, you know, criticizing the governor.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with this dude?
Yeah. The same thing that was wrong with him when he got in office.
Yeah, but it's more wrong now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Maybe
it's
it's not more wrong, but I don't know what kind of drugs they got him on, but you know, you really see it now. He's completely thrown off.
It is very scary because when they're starting to do these actions, they're getting bolder and bolder. It's like when you don't punish a child,
yeah,
you don't
that
punish
part.
a 2-year-old, then they're going to keep doing
That
it, and
part.
it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yep, bigger and bigger and worse and worse. How you feel, Fee?
I don't even like. Don't beat me up on this. I really don't know about this situation.
Well, you know, it's the governor of Michigan. She's a Democratic governor.
Yeah.
And it's been very apparent that her and Trump don't like each other. That's been clear.
Yeah.
You know, in the time that she's been in office, she have spoke out against him, and so we know that they don't like each other. And these people plotted to kidnap her, and I guess they were going to kill her or whatever. I don't know what they were going to do, but it's a big deal because she's the governor of the state.
They
Like,
literally
that's
plotted
crazy.
to kidnap her. Yeah.
Wow.
And what makes me more scared is the fact that they were dumb enough to get caught. So that means you got people out here cooking up these harebrained schemes, and they're not playing full damage.
Now that part don't scare me. I'm happy that they were dumb enough to get caught.
Right.
Well,
What
definitely.
scares me is that they pulled in so many people. Like, that's a big number of people
Yeah.
to go along with such a, like you said, harebrained scheme.
And what's even scarier is that's just one cell or one group.
Right.
Right? Just like when we were dealing with the Taliban and all that, they kept talking about cells and groups and, you know, they're here and they're there. That's just one that they caught, that they know about. Who knows how many others there are and how many people? It seems like it's so much easier now to fall into that and do something like that than anything else.
And they're taking notes on how not to get caught.
That part.
Well, all I can say is arm yourselves. That's all I can say. Arm
License to carry
yourselves
classes are everywhere,
Yes.
And
guys.
some of them are free. I'm just
Yes.
saying.
and be ready. Be ready.
I'm just
trying to
saying.
get that class on
Stand
right
back
now.
and stand by.
Then we have
Right.
one person before we go to break that says, I guess why they call it the blues. That's his guess.
That's it.
Hey! William Kirksey, you are the winner.
Who say the winner's name?
William Kirksey.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm saying that wrong, I
No,
apologize.
that's
But
his name, Will BK from the Bronx.
he said it.
Oh, yay.
Okay, Will.
Yeah.
Will, you won the getaway.
Yes. Nice. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
That's
Message your
awesome.
address and I will mail it to you.
Yeah.
From Brooklyn. I'm sorry. Brooklyn. He gonna kill me.
Right?
You know I don't know all these boroughs, but I know these New Yorkers. They be serious about this hood.
You didn't know?
Borough.
What?
Get it twisted. It's Brooklyn. Okay, my bad. I can just hear him saying it. He ain't said it yet, but I know. You
No,
won.
son, that's mad disrespect.
Facts.
That's funny.
That's what's up.
Dead ass.
Wow,
Yes.
good guess.
I know, right? I forgot all about that one.
Awesome.
That's my favorite one.
Wow.
I play it at work every day.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay.
Sing.
Cool. We'll be right back after
Yeah.
these messages.
Are you sick or scared?
Coming to you straight from Houston, Texas. Lisa Dene Live. Real talk for the real world.
Simple plant-based ingredients that are good for your skin.
Coming to you straight from Houston, Texas. Lisa Dene Live. Real talk for the real world.
Use the promo code STUNNER at checkout.
All right, all right. Poet's got his feed. What you got for us on the hot tea?
Okay. Let me break up.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Come on with it.
Okay, so I've been following this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez
Uh-huh.
guy,
Yeah.
and this week I found out he was actually accused. He was charged
He has
with
been charged.
assault.
Yes.
Wow.
But my whole thing is, why you put up such a fuss and put your daddy in the midst of it, knowing you did this?
Well, you know, what else would you expect?
Yeah.
You expect them to just say, okay, take me, I'm guilty?
But I mean, don't make it seem like she was just completely fabricating, and we all know that she really wasn't. Like you made yourself look like a dummy.
I'm just trying to, I need to understand why you had to shoot that lady.
Well, you know,
I
it
just-
is Domestic Violence Awareness Month,
Yes.
and that is an act of domestic violence. We need
Yeah.
to call it what it is.
Yeah.
It was an act of domestic violence, and you know, a lot of people were like coming at her because she didn't say who did it at first.
Yeah,
But we all know how that is.
yeah,
Sometimes you still care about the person. You don't want to put them out there.
Mhm.
This person's career is on the line. And then when he came out with the song last week or the week before, I feel like that was a bad move because now
Yes.
you charge for it.
most definitely.
Wow.
And my whole thing, my take on this is the fact that, because you know, before they was like yelling or arguing, I'm like, so I mean, if you guys was arguing, I completely understand that. But why you bring a gun to this situation? Like, people's lives is at risk.
Yeah.
That's painful.
That's
Well,
where
a lot
I
of
was at.
A lot of celebrities though are strapped, and you know, a lot of times they gotta be strapped.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, because people automatically assume they got money and people will rob them. So I can understand them having a gun. But what I can't understand is you shooting the person that you was with, or you say, you know, in the song, he said, you know, you was my B and all that. So clearly they was together, even though the public
Wow.
didn't know it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a case of domestic violence.
Yeah.
I don't even know why people are shocked. Domestic violence happens every day. As a matter of fact, 3 women a day are killed in the United States due to domestic violence. Every day on average, 3 women.
And it's amazing to me how people still don't want to admit that it exists.
Yeah.
And not the people that are in it, but the people outside looking in.
Yeah.
You know, the people you could perhaps tell your story to or try to get some help from. It just amazes me. We're in the year 2020. It exists.
And I believe it. And and it's not just within just physical.
Mm-hmm.
It can be verbal.
Absolutely.
It can be sexually. Like, all these things do exist.
Mhm.
I feel like if it happens within your family, because I know I've never witnessed physical domestic violence, but sexually, yes, I've been exposed to that. I've been in the midst of it, so I know that hurt,
Mhm.
and it's crazy because people like, oh, that's not domestic violence. I'm like, yes, my virginity was taken from me.
Right.
Right.
It didn't have to be taken from me.
Right.
And there's so many little girls right now who's going through it because just recently, I also saw on Facebook about a football player. He had raped his 2-year-old daughter.
Oh, wow.
I saw one where a 10-month-old, he raped a 10-month-old.
What?
That's what it was. That's what it was.
10-month-old.
Wow.
That's crazy.
She died.
Well, we have to be clear about the fact that, especially since today is World Mental Health Day, we have to be clear about the fact that people are dealing with some real mental health issues out here. And clearly that person is mentally ill.
Yeah.
For you to even find a baby sexually attractive in any way, shape, or form, something is wrong with you.
Your baby.
Yeah.
Yes, your baby. Something is really wrong with you.
And you need to get help.
Mental illness is real.
Yeah.
And we know in the Black community that a lot of people don't seek help for mental health issues, but mental health is health. And if you have a mental health issue, you're not healthy. I don't care what your body is like. You're not healthy.
Those are two totally different things, and they need to be addressed. The mental health needs to be addressed, just like your body health does. You want to change your body, you want to change the way it looks or whatever. So you start working out, you do something, you address it. And so the mental health, contrary to popular belief, is not a bad thing for you to go and seek assistance. Talk to somebody. Is it MHMRA? Are those the people?
That's a resource here in Harris County, but there's resources all over the country.
Absolutely.
For people who have mental health issues. And then don't wait till it gets out of hand. It's just like your physical health. You know how you feel a certain way and you have these symptoms, and then you wait till it gets so bad you can't sleep, and then you got to go to the ER. Don't do that with your mental health.
Yeah.
When you having these symptoms of rage and anger and all these things that's happening, something is wrong.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Seek out help, because you already know that that's not normal.
Yeah.
That's not normal for somebody to just roll over your toe with the cart at the grocery store and you ready to shoot them.
We need to make it we need to make it safer for people to speak about these things. We need to make it more of a safe haven for someone to come and talk to you about something. We need to stop ridiculing people for saying what they have to say or feeling how they feel. We have to be better.
Yeah.
I like what you said, because I read one of your posts about stop using bipolar as a joke. When people say, "Oh, she bipolar," stop using that as a joke, because that's a real diagnosis. It's a real thing. It's a real struggle for a lot of people. And so don't use that as a joke. That's just like people used to joke about retarded. People are like, "Oh, that's retarded." And people are really dealing with mental retardation. That's not a joke. It's not funny.
Yeah.
And so I think we have to learn how to take things seriously, because it's an everyday struggle for a lot of people.
It is. There are people with bipolarism who aren't able to acquire meds, and so their struggle is a lot worse than others. There are people with all kinds of things going on who, and like you said, they feel like they don't have a place to go because they're going to be ridiculed, or they're going to be talked about or dogged out, or somebody's going to go in. So please, y'all, let's start providing safe spaces and safe places for these people to talk to, or point them in the direction to get the help.
Yeah, because for so long when I was younger, I was afraid to speak out. I was afraid because I felt like no one would understand me, or no one would they would all talk down on me if I did say something about what was going on with me. But then I took anger management classes. And honestly, looking at me, you would never believe in a million years that I had anger issues. But it wasn't the fact that I was angry at people. I was angry at myself.
Wow.
And I took it out on myself. And the fact that my principal at the time thought that it was a great idea for me to take anger management because of a situation I got into. It's what made me fall in love with poetry. It made me fall in love with just being who I am naturally. Like, yes, I have flaws. Yes, I go through things. Yes, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I fall down a lot. But guess what? God got me back up again, and He's helping me to go on with each and every day. And so many, and I don't know what's telling me to say this right now, but I feel like I gotta say it.
Come on, baby.
Go ahead, say it.
God is watching over you right now.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm saying this to right now, but God is watching over you right now, and He is guiding your footsteps. He's guiding you in the right direction. All you have to do is go back to Him.
He's moved.
He has not moved. He is right there in front of you. You You just the one looking around trying to figure out who else is watching you. But guess what? God is right there in front of you.
Mhm.
And he hasn't left you. He hasn't moved away from you. He has not walked away. He is still right there. He's just waiting on you to come back home to him.
That's it. He will not forsake.
I'm sorry.
Now, I know you didn't think you was gonna get all this on the hot take. But you never know what you're gonna get when you turn on black coffee with a side of tea.
That's it.
We got lavender, we got chamomile.
Spice.
A whole lot of spice over there with Poet got his feet.
Yes.
And I ain't mad because sometimes when it's on your heart to say, you gotta say it. You don't know who you're saying it to.
Yeah, that's it.
Somebody may need to hear those words of encouragement.
And we're going to take a moment to give a shout out to Latriva Deneen. She chimed in and said, I miss you, ladies.
Hey,
Hey, Latriva, we
Thank
miss you
you.
too. Glad you had a chance to look in on us and see what we was doing, what we was up to in this room of Black Coffee with the Sad and Tea. So, Goddess,
Yes.
I feel like, and I could be wrong, that you got a couple of lines.
I always got a couple lies for
I mean, do we have time for a couple of lines from Goddess T, y'all?
Yes, you always can get a couple lies.
All right, let's go.
I'm gonna let y'all give me a top. Give me a top.
Black Girl Magic.
You are fiercely made.
Hmm.
No one can ever take away your shine. You have been crowned for greatness. God is waiting for you. You are the epitome of something wonderful. He is just waiting for you to indulge into it. Give him your very best,
Yes.
because he is going to make sure that you are fabulously made. He's going to shape you in the image that he needs you to. Yes, you are a goddess. You are a queen. You are divine. You are a divine creation, honey. You are bad. Born again and delivered. Don't let no one take your shine away. Don't let that man keep on telling you no when you know that he needs to tell you yes. Yes, you are the best. Yes, you are unstoppable. Yes, you are wonderful. You are meant for everything that God has been trying to give you for so many years. Yes, yes, you are the next best thing. Yes, you are the best thing made since sliced bread. Yes, you have the heels to put on so that you can wear your big girl shoes.
Yes.
And make sure that no one can tell you can't walk in your favor. This is your hair flavor. This is your spice. This is your sass. This is your silliness that everyone tells you to stop laughing when everyone else is smiling, when everyone else is sad. You have the right to say, you know what, I'm smiling because I can. I'm smiling because God has given me these lips, this smile, this mouth, these teeth, so I can wear, I can talk, I can do whatever it is that I dream to be, only because I am and always will be a goddess, a queen, made in his image.
All right, and that's Black Girl Magic.
Yes, come through.
Oh, she put the magic on you.
And that was a freestyle.
That was off the dome. I want y'all to understand. She ain't got no notes. That's off the dome.
Yes, look, when I grow up, I want to be able to do that.
All
You
right, that's
can.
what's up.
You can.
Yeah,
All right.
when I grow up.
Is there any more hot tea you got for us?
You know what? I don't think I do. Because y'all basically said everything that I was about to say. I was about to talk about Kamala. I was going to talk about her. I was going to talk about Trump. I was going to talk about all that stuff. And you know what? Y'all touched the basis of it. So therefore, my black tea is on.
And that's all right. You know, we did witness some Black Girl Magic with Kamala. Now, how will you all feel, honestly, in your soul, if she becomes the first vice president, black vice president? And then, I don't wish nothing on Joe Biden, but just in case something happened to him, what if she becomes the first black female president?
And I really feel like that's why people tripping.
Yes.
Since you brought it up, I really feel like they've already worked out the worst case scenario, because people think, oh, Joe Biden can't complete sentences.
He's kind of up in age.
Right, and that's always the first thing that they say. Well, he kind of up in age. He ain't remembering the stuff. He can't complete sentences, and now you got this. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Got this black.
Now, it would be a wonderful
I'm here for it.
I saw someone call her a hood rat.
I mean, they're calling her all kind of things because,
I'm not surprised.
But I mean, hood rat?
I'm not
that
surprised.
don't apply to her
At all.
At all. Does not apply. But, they say all kind of insults because they're in their feelings. because you really can't spot her. You can't take nothing away from
Yeah.
her.
Mhm. Yeah, and so when that happens, you're gonna hear all kinds of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if people pull up words that they were saying back in the day before I was born.
I have a question. How do you guys feel about the attacks that they are staging against Kamala for the amount of men that were prosecuted when she was prosecuting?
Well, we're gonna come to that. Remember that question right after this break.
Be unique.
Coming to you straight from Houston, Texas. Lisa Dene Live. Real talk for the real world.
Party, I touch up honey by.
Coming to you straight from Houston, Texas. Lisa Dene Live. Real talk for the real world.
We're back with you girls sitting at the table with the black coffee and a side of tea.
So we were going to talk about her record as an attorney general, right? Is that the question?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she was doing her job. I mean, I don't see why people would be attacking her and you're not attacking the criminals that did whatever they did.
That part.
That's it. And that's how I feel, but I get attacked when I say that.
I think what we need to do is be realistic. Put yourself in her shoes. Even put yourself in the shoes of a family member of her. If your auntie, cousin, sister, whatever became the attorney general of one of the largest states in the country, you would be proud.
Yeah.
And you would want her to do her job. You wouldn't want her to be just letting people out. It's a lot of this going on in Harris County. Letting people out of jail on bond.
Yes.
They need to stay in jail.
Yeah.
You would want her,
bond.
yes, you would want her to be tough on crime because that's what she was hired to do.
Right.
So I don't understand it. I understand the criticism.
It's the mentality. It's the mentality.
Of course.
Because, you got people out here, free little raper, free little robber, free little murderer,
Mhm.
Because that's my cousin, because that's my brother, because that's my friend or whatever. And so they're angry with her for locking up people that could have kept themselves out of jail if they didn't break the law.
That
I
part.
think sometimes we have to be honest about the fact that your own people will find anything to dislike about you.
And
That's the
everything.
reality of it.
And
Because
everything.
people say all this about, we miss Barack and Michelle. Y'all lying because when they was in office, y'all had so much criticism.
You gave them
So
so
much
much help.
bad
Yes.
to say. And that's going to be the same thing what happened with Kamala Harris. So these same people, once she get in office, going to be, she this, she that. The minute she's not there no more, we miss Kamala Harris. She was so classy. She was so beautiful.
Right.
I mean, that's just the nature of people. And that's why you got to be strong enough to just ignore people. Because I look at it like this. If that was my auntie or my friend or somebody, I would be proud. She even got that job.
Right.
You know how hard it is to become the attorney general?
Well,
Right?
for
In a state like California?
yeah.
That's insane. That's hard.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of Kamala, and I think that she would be an amazing vice president as well as an amazing president. She is very intelligent,
Mhm.
and she has really, really good plans. And contrary to popular belief, I think that being intelligent should be a good quality in a president, and it's one that we miss.
We lacking that right
Oh,
now.
absolutely.
So, these same people who talking about her, they are the ones that can't even get a job or the ones that do bad at their job.
Mhm.
So, I mean, keep worrying about your own corner of the world. If you go to even Starbucks and get a latte, sometimes you gotta go and get it done 2 or 3 times because people don't do their job.
Right.
So I'm not a
Or
fan
do it
of
right
people
the
not
first
doing
time.
their job.
Work
Yeah.
ethic.
I'm a fan of people doing their job. That's the reason why I'm for her, because she was the attorney general. She wasn't a defense lawyer.
Mhm.
She wasn't a person hired to get people off. She was hired to maintain law and order, and that's what she did.
I feel like we need some people like her in Houston. It's
Absolutely.
even when it comes down to not just the criminals doing, what they're doing, but for these police officers that keep on getting off on murder.
Right.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
right now,
absolutely.
I'm still dealing with the fact that my friend he shot and killed by a police officer, and then nobody knows of this stuff, but we keep on posting and bragging about everything else going on around the world.
Mhm.
What is going on with the cases in Houston? These police officers still getting away with it. We need people like her down here in Houston doing the stuff that she was doing for them up there.
Right.
Well,
and
and-
say his name. Say your friend's name.
Joshua J. Johnson.
Yes, indeed.
We'll be in the Emancipation Park at 4 p.m. till 7, passing out flyers.
Awesome.
That's what's
And I
up.
feel like they know that that's what's coming when she wins, is that everything is going to have to shift.
Yes.
And it's going to have to shift in a way that's going to make them
Accountable.
accountable.
And everybody's afraid of accountability.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. I mean, they've had almost 4 years of not. Look at what they're following. You know, look at who's in office and who doesn't mind throwing names out and talking about people and where they're from. The same person who allegedly grabbed somebody inappropriately, the same person, you know, who's done all these things and now who's saying, oh, well, I'm not going to leave office if I win. We'll just have to throw away the ballots. The same person who's trying to get people to not participate in mail-in voting. Really?
I've done that for 2 years.
And he's done it for all the whole time he's been voting. He's done mail-in ballots, so he's such a hypocrite. But let's switch gears and take this tea to go.
Come on with
So
it.
for take this tea to go today, I want to talk about friendship breakups, because I think a lot of people don't understand a friendship breakup can be as traumatizing and as hurtful as a relationship breakup.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, sometimes people don't realize if you had a friend that you really thought was your friend and you was with that person through thick and thin and they were with you, and then all of a sudden it just falls apart, that's hurtful.
Mm-hmm.
And I think really it happens amongst us more than a lot of other cultures, because it's already hard for Black women to come together and build these strong friendships. And then when it happens to break apart, it feels like a death.
Yeah.
Have any of you guys experienced something like that?
I have.
Yes.
Back in college, I was involved I was involved in an engagement, and all the people around me was like, they judged everything I was doing. So I had to literally let go of the relationship I was in because it just didn't do nothing good for me. But then also they kept on talking about, oh, you just gonna let go of our friendship over him. I'm like, no, I'm letting go of our friendship because of the fact that it's not doing me no good.
Mm-hmm.
People don't really look into that as much.
Right. And letting go of a friendship can be, like I said, just as hurtful as if you have to let go of a romantic relationship. Have you ever experienced that, Lisa?
I have. I lost, we lost touch. We reconnected, but it's still not the same.
Right.
It's not the same. And it was very hurtful because when you're with someone and they're like your sister, and you allow other people, because I'm not gonna say, oh, well, it was her fault, it was both of our faults. We allowed other people to get in our ear and say things that we should never have believed. We should have known each other better than that. I shouldn't have believed what they told me about her. She shouldn't have believed the things that they told, her about me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we were both to blame about that. And because of that, you can't go back to it because you should have knew me better.
Right.
I should have known you better.
Right.
So, but you learn, you take a lesson away from everything. The most painful lessons are often the most valuable ones. So I did learn, I learned to trust myself more, my instinct more. And especially, guys, we have a big habit of believing what other people say, but the same dogs that will bring you a bone will carry one away. If they are coming to you with all this information, they are going away from you with some as well.
Right. And I think too that sometimes you grow and you grow away from people. You grow apart from people, and sometimes you outgrow friendships, but that doesn't mean it's not painful. So I think the whole reason why I wanted to bring up this topic is that I want to encourage people that when you do experience these things, take the time to even actually heal from this. Because you really also take this into your other friendships where you start seeing signs. It might not even be the same thing, but you're thinking of what the last friend did, and you don't trust this new friend.
Yeah.
Like the last friend could be asking you, are you okay? Are you fine? And you're thinking, I'm not going to tell them my business.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell them what's going on
before.
with me. Because the last friend I told, they went and told other people. And so, you really feel, hurt behind it, and it becomes baggage that you carry into all your friendships. So I would suggest that if you're looking for a friend, because Black Coffee with a Side of Tea is a show for girlfriends and for all Black women who are looking for friendships and to maintain friendships, my tip for that is to just be honest with yourself and the fact that it hurts when you lose a friend, no matter how it happens. Even when you are the one that ends a friendship, it still hurts.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Most definitely.
it hurt just like it was a romantic situation. I mean, not just like, because you ain't missing the same.
I hope not.
Not just like, let me go and take that back. The romantic situation, you know, you take some years to recover. It do hurt, but it don't hurt that bad.
Well, yeah, because it's a relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
It does
and
hurt.
so it deserves to have the same respect for healing as other relationships.
And the same grieving process.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And trust, the grieving process is not one that happens overnight. You're not gonna be over it overnight.
Right.
It's just not gonna happen. So feel the emotions, the anger, the frustration, the confusion. Feel it, go through it, and deal with it. And trust and believe. There will be a full circle type situation, and it's not on a negative note, but there will be a time for there to be a consolation, or I guess that's the word I'm looking for, when y'all might meet up again. But yeah,
I
definitely.
think sometimes that don't happen, and sometimes
True.
you don't need that. Sometimes you just need to deal with the fact that you've outgrown these people. And I'm speaking on a personal note,
Mhm.
because I used to want that. I used to want closure. Well, what happened? Why they stop being my friend? But now I realize I don't care.
Mhm.
I have gone past that. I have grown past that, and I wish them well. But I'm going on with my life.
Yeah.
It's just like saying, you know, like everything happens for a reason. God removes people out your life for a reason. If He keeps them back in, if He brings them back into your life, it's only because He wants them to be in your life, not so much of you. So many times we try to get in the way and we try to control situations, but sometimes you can't control what God has planned.
That's right.
So let this, and I'm only saying this I'm only saying this because it means so much to somebody out there. If it's time to let go and let God handle it.
That's it.
And on that note, we're going to be right back with the wrap-up.
Coming to you straight from Houston, Texas. Lisa Dene Live. Real talk for the real world. Coming to you straight from Houston, Texas. Lisa Dene Live. Real talk for the real world.
Hope you enjoyed this edition of Black Coffee with a Side of Tea, and I was sitting in for Latriva Deneen, and we want to give her a shout out and let her know we're thinking of you and our prayers are with you and your family. You can holler at your girl at LisaDene.com. You can check me on all social media under Lisa Dene, and please go to my Diva Den, LisaDene.com/Diva Den for all your Diva apparel and accessories. Lisa the Boss Lady.
I am Lisa the Boss Lady on Instagram. I'm Lisa the Boss Lady on Facebook. I'm Bye Billy with the Boss Lady. I'm Bedroom Candy with the Boss Lady. And I am Lisa Middleton Phillips. So the person who won the 3-day 2-night getaway, definitely message the show with your address so that I can mail it out to you, and make sure that you take somebody. No kids.
No kids.
You can take kids. I'm just kidding, but you should take a break.
Poet got his feet.
Hey everyone, this is Poet Guys Feed. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Poet Guys Feed or IAG Productions. That's I.A.G Productions on Facebook and Instagram. Or you can just follow me at Felicia Chantel.
If only there were easy. It's your girl, Miss Mimi, aka Mimi the Great. You can follow me on Instagram at just Mimi, JUZTMEME, or at Mimi_speaks with a Z. Or you can also follow me on Facebook with my whole entire government. Mariam, you got it.
And then with that being said, we will see you all next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.